I can confirm, as the Prime Minister has repeatedly set out, that firstly the government will comply with the law, and secondly it will comply with undertakings given to the court in respect of the law.
Well, the undertaking given to the court was that, subject to section 1.5, in the event that neither of the conditions set out in sections 1.1 and 1.2 is satisfied, he will send a letter in the form set out in the schedule. Can you confirm for the committee, as the Secretary of State, that in those circumstances he will send the letter?
I confirm that the government will abide by what is set out in that letter.
Which will involve sending a letter, is that right?
That's you read it out, and I refer back to that text.
Well, that's hopeful that you have confirmed that he will send that letter. Do you know why the Prime Minister spent so long saying that he wouldn't?
Well, we're committed to leaving, as you know, Mr Benn, on the 31st of October. We think the best way of doing that is with a deal, to leave in a smooth and orderly way. That is why the team are, as we speak, involved in intensive negotiations to do that. We think there's a political will on both sides to do that, and that is the best way, in our view, of meeting the legislation requirements that you set out.
Okay, but if the Prime Minister sends the letter, and he's promised to do that, and you confirm that, and if an extension to the 31st of January is offered, he has promised to accept it, because that's what the court in Scotland was told. Can you explain then how the UK is going to leave the EU on the 31st of October? Because the two things don't square, do they?
Well, I think there's a number of, to quote the Speaker, we'll cross that bridge in due course, is the way the Speaker would usually put it. There's a number of variables that apply to what is a complex piece of legislation, but the first way of meeting the test that you have set out, Mr Benn, through your legislation, is to have a deal, and the full effort of government is focused on that. That is why I was in Luxembourg yesterday. It's why the technical team were in discussions past midnight UK time last night. It's why those discussions are ongoing as we speak, and we are absolutely committed to securing a deal. We think that is in the interest of both sides. Certainly I had 11 bilaterals with counterparts in Luxembourg yesterday. The consistent message in all of those bilateral meetings was a desire on the EU side to have a deal, and that is absolutely what we're focused on delivering.